Welcome back to the Crypto Report, everybody. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. I think I said that. Yeah. Okay, guys. This was a crazy weekend. You guys have a historic event that just occurred, and that is Joe Biden dropping out of the presidential race. It caused some liquidations in the market, and now the big question is who is truly going to take his place? It seems like it could be Kamala. What is her position on crypto? Is it really going to be Kamala? And if it's not, then who's it going to be? What's the move forward now from the Democratic Party on cryptocurrency? We already know where the Republican Party stands. This is a political bull market. I don't like that it's a political bull market, but we knew that it was going to be because of the language being used. We saw the trajectory of Bitcoin and crypto. It was obvious, and we're going to need pro-crypto policies for this future of crypto to continue to thrive in the US and across the pond, if you will, over in the UK, over in a variety of countries. Each individual country is looking to other countries to see what the policies are. We got to think of it kind of like really like a arms race of sort, really. I mean, you look at these countries competing for this Bitcoin, and that's exactly what they have to do. They have to compete for this Bitcoin. There's only 21 million in existence. Right now, we just did a story yesterday that the ETFs own 900,000 Bitcoin at this point, which is wild. And it does not look like they're about to stop the buying. In fact, we have the Ethereum ETFs coming out tomorrow. So we've got a lot of breaking news to talk about today. I want to look at altcoins versus Bitcoin in this video and a lot more. Some memes. So smash the like button, subscribe to the channel. Let's hop into this, guys, and talk a little bit about what's going on in this space. So looking at the liquidation heat map, of course, we're still looking, obviously, for that potential short squeeze at like 72K. Let's see if we can actually get that to happen. We are not there yet. We got close to $70,000 last night. I think we might have barely touched 69,000. We got into the high to mid 68,000s yesterday, and we are right now right back here. So 67,475. Let me make sure that that is the most current price. A little bit lower, actually. $67,000 price for Bitcoin as of right now. Oh, breaking below 67, back down to 66. So what is going on right now, in my opinion, in this market is we were really bullish, right? We came back above $60,000 because it looked like we had the most pro-crypto president about to get elected. And I still think that the sentiment is very much there in favor of Donald Trump. But the Democratic Party made a move over the weekend, and that is that that Joe Biden dropped out of this race. So we're going to get into some of this news, but let's look at some of the price impact of what's going on right now. Just to start it off, Bitcoin is headed slightly lower, 66.8 right now. Looks like it's heading down to just start the day here bright and early. Ethereum is at below 3,500, but up a little bit over the last 7 days. Not quite as much as Bitcoin, which might be surprising to some of you, myself included, because these Ethereum ETFs are coming out very, very soon. Probably tomorrow they are going to launch. And if you've seen these Bitcoin ETFs and you've seen the inflows into these, this is a hint that there's a lot of money about to pour into this space. So let's look at some of the top movers and top losers on the day. Now we got cat in a dog's world as a top meme, moving up into the top 100 today, up 123% over the last 7 days. Guys, meme coins are crazy. They're ridiculous. This one is at a $700 million market cap. Is this the next billion-dollar meme coin? Well, it looks like it's on its way. Very, very interesting. You've also got Dog with Hat making a really nice move over the last 7 days, up 53%. That is a very large move for a very large cap meme, rank number 32 in all of crypto. Celestia, you've got Helium moving up. AVAX is moving up. This is to be expected. This is a strong competitor in the L1 space, in my opinion, that was on everybody's radar when the Solana meme coin and Solana mania was happening, and then that cooled off a little bit. Now the avalanche is picking up back in price action because Solana is moving up. Bitcoin has been moving up, coming down a little bit today, but altcoins are getting a boost today. Why? Because Bitcoin has absolutely ripped over the last week or so. And so altcoins are coming up. Bitcoin rises, then the altcoins follow. And so if you guys bought the dip, right now we're back into the greed side of this fear and greed index. We were in the fearful area of this fear and greed index. If you bought in the fear, well, congratulations. You might be up 122%. You might be up 45%, 53%. Over the last 7 days, up 24%. Over the last 24 hours, if you bought the dips. And that's what we've been screaming at the top of our lungs during the bear market, of course, but also, during just these moments of fear, even in a bull cycle. Bitcoin came down 29% from its $73,800 high that we saw, a new all-time high earlier this year. We've cooled off for over 120 days. Bitcoin broke lower, faked everybody out. The bears are crying today as the price is soaring back up. And if you missed on buying these discounts on these altcoins, you might be shedding a tier 2 as well. It's really actually quite simple, my friends. A lot of coins are up today. Let's look at some of the biggest gainers over the last 7 days. Dog with Hat and Cat and Dog's World, top of the charts there. Helium, Core, Arweave. We got other memes. Pepe, Bonk. The memes are coming back. You got Floki up here. You got Jupiter, the #1 DEX on Solana, WorldCoin. Injective, a layer 2 out there. I believe that's a layer 2. Avalanche, Solana, Dogecoin. So you can see a lot of these things are up 15. Most coins are up 10 to 15 to 20%. A lot of coins are. Brett also up 11%. So, congratulations to all you guys that bought the dip. Now, today there are a couple that are down just a little bit. Arweave, Notcoin, BitTensor, WorldCoin down slightly today after pumping quite a bit over the last 7 days. Arweave also pumped quite a bit over the last 7 days, just getting a little cool off as Bitcoin slipping. This is all to be expected. So no surprises here. And again, if you're looking to buy discounts, well, you're going to probably want to look at some of the coins that are down the most over the last 7 days, like Toncoin, like Caspa, 2 coins that I've been talking about lately on this channel, increasingly so. Maker usually has a pretty good move at some point. Shiba Inu is down. Shiba Inu is way down. Cardano, Cronos is way down right now as well. Way down. Very low. Stacks is even down today quite a bit, down to $1.85. A beautiful, beautiful discount if you're trying to pick up any of those coins. So, those are some of the things that I look at. I always like to start the streams that way because if you're shopping, we're starting the day off with what are the discounts and what's too expensive today. So we kind of went through that. Now, there were some more long liquidations over the weekend because of this news about Joe Biden. You will see that there is $100 million in longs that was liquidated on the 20th. That was pretty significant. Not as much as compared to, back in July 7th, earlier in this month on July 3rd and 4th, where we had 300 million. But still, 100 million is quite significant. If you look at the news that we have coming next, there's a lot of bullish news. So you might be surprised to see why the longs were liquidated, but we'll get to that in a second. 5 spot Ethereum ETFs, including Fidelity, are going to launch on July 23rd. The exchange, CBOE, says that this is coming. We are going to see Fidelity, Van Eck, a couple others. There's a couple others. There's like 3 or 4 others that are going to go live. I think 5 in total are going to be going live. And again, if you look at what happened with Bitcoin, my friends, this in October right here, this move in October, this was fake news. All right, this was hopium that BlackRock was going to launch their Bitcoin ETF. At that point, there was still uncertainty. We didn't know if it was for sure going to come. Some people were saying it was a matter of time. I believe that it was going to come, but who knows when it was actually going to happen. Well, anyway, there's fake news reported by Cointelegraph. They retracted the story. They apologized for putting out a fake story. But regardless, the price of Bitcoin pumped. And then in January, the real news came out, and these ETFs were actually launched. And then these ETFs boosted the price of Bitcoin up to a brand new high, way ahead of schedule, all the way up to $73,800. Now, when this Ethereum ETF goes live, do we really think that it's not going to be something that boosts crypto, Ethereum specifically, at least to wick above a new all-time high? Like, I would be shocked if Ethereum did not achieve a new all-time high shortly after, within a month or two after the Ethereum ETFs go live. In fact, I wouldn't be surprised if it happened within a couple weeks of the Ethereum ETFs going live, because we are seeing a beautiful, beautiful 2 weekly green candles close, moving back up to test really just short of the previous all-time high for Bitcoin, moving back up to the top of this range. Of course, we could see Bitcoin come back down and tap around in this range a little bit more. But this Ethereum ETF news launching tomorrow could be the thing to send Bitcoin through the top of this range, send Ethereum through this recent high that we had back in March and to the previous all-time high that we had back in December of 2021. If you look at the overall market cap as well, what we are seeing is there is a wedge forming for the total market cap. Now, we did break down below it. That was kind of just a liquidation grab, some fear about the Germany sell-offs, which after Germany sold all their Bitcoin, the price was just gobbled back up. The buyers just came back and gobbled up all that Bitcoin, took advantage of the dip because they know that buying is best when there is fear in the streets, when there's blood in the streets. And we're looking at this wedge, if it plays out, and it could be technically invalidated, right? Because we did break down below it. But I do think there's a chance that if we break out to the top of that line right there, we could see this thing blast to 3.5 trillion. Of course, we could see some resistance around 3 trillion, which was the previous all-time high for the total market cap for crypto. But as this overall market cap pops off, yes, your coins like obviously Bitcoin, obviously Ethereum, but Jasmy, but Crow and Toncoin and meme coins and Caspa and XRP. Let's see how the lawsuit shakes out. And definitely Solana, one of the top chains out there with rumors of its own ETF coming. These are going to pop off as long as this overall market cap is ripping. And it's looking like we're headed in the right direction, my friends. We are looking like we're headed in the right direction. So shout out to BSS in the chat. Good morning to Dubproof as well. Welcome, guys. If you are just joining us, welcome. This is the Crypto Report, guys. Smash the like button if you haven't done so already. Retweet the stream if you guys are watching this on Twitter. And let's get into some of the other stories for the day. So there is a analyst of sorts saying, Bernstein says that the market has not priced in a positive shift, in crypto regulations under potential Trump victory. Now, I agree with this and I disagree with this. I disagree with this because if you look at the price of Bitcoin and you look at really the moments after the presidential debate, look, the presidential debate occurred at the bottoms of these ranges. And so it looked like to everybody out there, after that presidential debate, everybody knew that there's no way that Joe Biden could beat Donald Trump in that election. I mean, if you watch the debate, it's just pretty obvious. Even as much hatred as there is towards Donald Trump from a lot of people in this country, it seems, there was no way that he was going to lose against Biden after that debate. And so I would argue with Bernstein here, who says that this was not priced in, the positive shift in crypto regulations under a Trump victory. I would say, well, these two weekly green candles kind of disagree. Because the reason that these are here is because there was optimism that he would probably get elected. Now, I'll say this. Donald Trump is speaking at the Bitcoin conference in Nashville coming up. Me and my partner, Black Sea, we are going to go down to Bitcoin Nashville. Let me know in the chat if you guys are going to that as well. Maybe we'll see you there. But he's going to speak. What if he comes out with some huge pro-crypto policies where maybe he says, hey, I'm going to eliminate taxes for Bitcoin or something like that? That would be crazy. That's not priced in. So to his point, we don't know what comes next from, whoever the future president in the United States is, whether it's Donald Trump or Kamala or somebody else that we don't even know, whether they're going to be pro-crypto or anti-crypto. Trump is certainly pro-crypto. If he gets elected, I wouldn't be surprised to see some really crazy, favorable tax, policies come out. So we're going to keep an eye on that. Kind of interesting standpoint. I don't quite agree with it. I think that this is starting to get priced in, but I think that we've got a lot of bull market left. And so maybe that's the point that this guy's getting at, is that, hey, there's a lot of bull market left. If you look at some other rumors, recently we had rumors that Trump was considering Jamie Dimon, who has called Bitcoin a pet, like as valuable as a pet rock, right? Called it valueless, called it trash, called it a Ponzi. He said he stopped talking about it, and then he continued to talk about it, right? Very anti-crypto. Jamie Dimon, the CEO of Chase Bank. However, JP Morgan, Chase Bank, is very bullish on crypto, the bank itself. So that was weird. Well, now it's not just Jamie Dimon that he's considering for the Treasury Secretary, but he's also considering, allegedly, BlackRock CEO Larry Fink, who is very pro-crypto, as you know, they now have hundreds of thousands of Bitcoin, probably 300,000 Bitcoin themselves. In total, these ETFs, like I said yesterday and earlier in the stream, have accumulated 900,000 Bitcoin. There's only 21 million Bitcoin in existence. Think about that. So BlackRock CEO being the Treasury Secretary, probably very favorable for Bitcoin as well. But this is the big story, guys. Joe Biden's withdrawal is the thing that people are saying wiped out the crypto long positions as we were moving up. The reason we had these liquidations over the weekend is likely this withdrawal from the Biden administration in this next campaign. And now there's questions as to whether he's going to complete his term that he's currently serving, because if he's not fit to run in the next election, the question now Republicans are throwing out there is he fit to continue to be the president, or should Kamala take over? So it's kind of getting wild. And that's just bringing, I say all this not to, put out some conspiracies or some, rumors, but really just to kind of show you guys that there are rumors out there, which means that there's uncertainty. And it seems like a lot of certainty around Trump getting elected, and the markets, I think, were pricing them in. And now that could be changing, as right now the presidential ballot is going to be changing. Now, as Joe Biden withdrew and Kamala Harris stepped forward, officially getting an endorsement from President Biden, you saw the Kamala Harris meme coin soar to new all-time highs right after Joe Biden dropped out. So pretty interesting to see these very silly meme coins moving up. Just to take a peek at this meme coin. Boom, here it is. A little bit red on the day, but a lot of volatility on these things, guys. I'm not going to be buying this coin. It's ridiculous. It's funny. Who knows? Could it go to 100 million? Maybe. Could it go to $1 billion? I doubt it. What if she's elected? Well, then maybe. I don't know, right? There's a lot of these political meme coins, but the point is anytime there's news in crypto, there is a reaction from the markets, whether it's on a meme coin or whether it's on a real coin like Bitcoin. So that was just very, very, very interesting. And, here's another interesting take on this whole Biden stepping down deal for crypto, how Biden's exit opens a path for crypto-friendly Democratic platform. Now, a lot of us know that Joe Biden had put out a veto against a pro-crypto bill. The bill would have allowed major financial institutions in the United States to custody crypto for their clients. That was vetoed by Biden. Biden stepping down potentially opens a path for a crypto-friendly Democratic platform. Now, let's see how it shakes out. I know there are some Democrats that are anti-crypto. I know there are some that are pro-crypto. Let's see who really takes over here, and if they want to woo these crypto voters, right? There have been a lot of articles that came out, and I think that it's just from the crypto industry that's trying to get politicians to be pro-crypto, but there have been a lot of articles that came out saying, oh, crypto voters are going to swing the future election. Maybe that's true. Maybe that's not. But I do think that it's good to get as many votes as you can. If you're running for president of the United States or for whatever, you want as many votes as you can. It's not like you're going to lose voters for being pro-crypto, but you might gain a few. So it does open up a path for a crypto-friendly Democratic platform. It really wasn't that crypto-friendly before. They were accepting crypto donations and all that, but it just wasn't enough positive language or positive evidence behind a positive crypto stance from the Biden administration, at least for their upcoming platform for 2025, and certainly for the existing administration as is. Mr. Planet in the chat likes this news breaking over the weekend. So let's see how she shakes out. But those are some of the big stories. And then the last big story I have for you guys this morning is this. Just in, the SEC chair will likely resign in 2025 after Biden exit. These are reports. We don't have the sources here, but it could be true. It could be true. Gary Gensler is probably not going to be long in that position as the SEC head. I think that he is probably going to get removed, and I'm sure that the Trump administration, if elected, is going to replace him. But I'll say this, if Kamala is elected And I mean, it's still up in the air, guys. Actually, the polling for Kamala is quite strong according to the media. Now, we've seen the media fudge the numbers on polling in the past. So you got to take it all with a grain of salt, obviously, right? That's why we say do your own research and don't just believe in everything you read, no matter what, whether you're talking about crypto or politics, and especially both. But if, the Democratic Party stays in power, or if at least Kamala stays in power, maybe they wouldn't replace the SEC chair. I think this is more so if Trump was elected. So we're going to keep an eye on this, because if the SEC had Gary Gensler step down, it could be potentially very bullish for crypto, especially if it's a pro crypto SEC head, which would be very, very beautiful. Just a quick update. We've got Mystery Mary token on the Cronos ecosystem. I know we have a lot of people in the Cronos ecosystem. This coin's been moving up, had another weekly candle close green. Ka is hanging in there, not really crashing too bad, just kind of hanging on to these levels, waiting for Bitcoin to break out to new highs before hopefully getting a push to the new highs. So, and this is a lot of these meme coin ecosystems. We are seeing Bonk and Dog with Hat moving up, some of the bigger memes, but some of these smaller in between memes, there's a couple going off, but really it just seems like people are holding steady right now, waiting for, kind of this news to shake out and see really, really what comes next. It's very, very hard to say exactly, who's going to be the next president at this point. It looks like it's still going to be Donald Trump, but let's see who they put instead of Biden. It looks like Kamala for now. That could change. It's kind of a wild weekend, guys. So a lot of news, a lot of breaking news over the weekend. Could a new all-time high come? Let's talk a little bit about that. Smash the like button. Welcome back, guys. If you're just joining us, been live for about 21 minutes. Thanks for all you guys that are tuning in. Throw any questions that you guys might have at me. I'd be happy to answer them for you. I'm going to look at the charts a little bit more and just keep kind of going. Bitcoin's coming down, looking like it might want to test down to this 60K level again on this uncertainty with these political shifts happening here in the U.S. Mr. Planet Profit in the chat likes Crow, Stacks, and Bitcoin. Let's see what's going on. Anth Crow looking for a merry listing. I would hope so, my friend. Nicholas Casera says Caspa on sale. We got Rax 299 in the chat. Shout out to you, my brother. Welcome. Non-YS-TV says, what do you think about the CDC video? I think that is a hint that maybe they could be listing that coin. Let's see how she goes. Keep throwing those questions at me, guys. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Got 40 viewers. Everybody's waking up, getting ready for the week, working hard. I got to grind out some cold calls later today, so we got to fire those off here in a bit. Got to keep working hard, friends. This Ethereum ETF news could be big. Let's see how she plays out. Looking at Stacks. Stacks testing down, possibly down to the $1.81 level. Let's take a peek at Jasmy. Jasmy right now, just waiting to see what Bitcoin does. Now, if Bitcoin slips down to 60K, Jasmy could be coming back down and testing somewhere around this, 20-cent level again. So this is something we do have to keep an eye on. Crowcoin struggling with this 9.5-cent level, and versus Bitcoin, honestly, guys, not looking great. Kind of just hanging out at these lows. I want to see this thing bounce. I want to see this thing bounce soon. And if it does, then it would be tremendous. But we got to see that bounce, and I think it's okay. We're still waiting to kind of, once we get out of this range, look, if we're at new highs for Bitcoin and Crow versus Bitcoin still this range, then we're going to talk more about it and say, what the heck's going on with that? But this all does make sense to me at this point. Toncoin, which has been ripping, is getting a nice retracement right now, turning over, looking slightly bearish, but it could be a time to potentially buy more of this coin. This coin entered the top 10 out of nowhere. Maybe it's due for a sell-off. Maybe there's a great dip coming for this. I don't know. Let's just see how she plays out. I've been talking about Caspa. Caspa's got two key ranges. One kind of at the top of this 20-cent range, and then testing down to like that 15-cent range. But if we break out through like this little wedge we've got going on in here, then we could see this coin easily, and I did this in a video last night, get up to like 28 cents. So we'll keep an eye on it, my friends. XRP looking decent, getting a nice bounce off 56 cents. Hopefully it can hang above these levels. And if Gary Gensler steps down, hey, that could be really good for XRP, I bet. And Solana broke out to the top of this wedge, I'm not going to be surprised to see Solana maybe test back down to the top of this range and then make its move to new highs to $337. And I think that this is a hint. This Solana chart honestly might be hinting that Bitcoin's probably going to break out above its range as well. That's what I think is happening. I told you guys that I thought we could easily get a test at 60K, but I wouldn't be surprised if we just moved right up to the top of this range. Though I was thinking, hey, this bounce at about 60K could be logical. Just find this resistance, which is here it was at resistance, right? Coming back up right here. This was resistance. Turn it into support, and then we can break through some resistance up here and go to new highs. That's what I'd like to see. Nicholas Casara says, Kip, are there any assets you plan to hold long-term aside from BTC? That is a great question, Nicholas Casara. Let me tell you, my friend, besides BTC, not really. Now, there is one crypto asset that I would consider holding. I would consider holding long-term. That's not Bitcoin, and it's more of a way to earn passive income. Some people want to hold like CRO passive in the bear market. I mean, with the price appreciation, it's not a bad thing to, take profit at the peaks, right? And then go ahead and, DCA back in at the lows. But here is one thing that I wanted to share with you guys that I might be holding. If you haven't seen this video yet from Black Sea, you should check it out. This one, biggest node of all time. Actually, this one's the better one. Lumia passive income for life. I've never seen a crypto node like this before. How to buy Lumia hypernodes. This video is all about these Lumia hypernodes. Now, nodes are very, very interesting. Essentially, you buy nodes, you earn passive income. It's kind of that simple. This one is on the Polygon network. You buy them, they're like $1,000, so they're not that cheap. But in this video, Black Sea talks a little bit about it. We bought some Lumia nodes ourselves. A lot of people have been buying these. We have, if you click on this video, there is a link to buy Lumia nodes yourself. I think that nodes are a long-term hold. Once you have these nodes, I believe you can't sell them, so you just buy them to earn passively. At one point, Gala nodes were earning up to $700 per day. These could be bigger than Gala nodes, potentially. Let's see how it shakes out. But we do have a link in this video. So if you want to check out this Lumia video, that's one thing. But other than that, Bitcoin is the one that I would hold for the long term. And other than that, maybe some nodes, maybe some NFTs, maybe if that was like well, probably not. Just kind of nodes and Bitcoin, honestly. Mr. Planet Profit says, what's Caspa's NFT ecosystem like? I don't think they have an NFT ecosystem. It's so early, Mr. Planet Profit. What about Caspa long-term, says Nicholas Casara. Caspa long-term, it's looking promising. They've got a lot of development ahead, so it's something to keep your eye on. It's still early for Caspa. It's got a lot of price movement. It's come up a lot, but it's still technically early for that coin. So we'll see how she shakes out. Mr. Planet Profit says, Trump NFT collection is on Gamma, if that's a famous photo. The first appearance on blockchain. Yeah, did that already come out? He is coming out with another NFT line I'm aware of, which is pretty wild. But some great questions there, guys. If you haven't done so already, and you want to take advantage of the volatility in these crypto markets, maybe you're thinking Bitcoin's coming back down to 60K. Maybe you want to short it. You can sign up for a new and upcoming exchange. I pinned it in the comment section of this video. It's called Blowfin. You can get up to $5,000 of a sign-up bonus, but if you deposit $2,000, you get $300 for free. I think that's a pretty achievable sign-up bonus. That's the one that I like to talk about because I think that, a lot of people could shuffle aside $2,000 into this just to get those free $300. If you haven't signed up for Blowfin already, I pinned it in the comment section for you guys. Great opportunities to trade right now for sure as Bitcoin's trading, range bound. All right, guys. Well, that is really all I have for you today. We've been live for 30 minutes. If you haven't done so already, smash the like button, subscribe to the channel for more content. Shout out to Waldo in the chat. Good morning to Coin Baron as well. My friends, I got to get out of here. I got to get to work. Go ahead and go back in the stream to check it out if you're just joining. Shout out to the legends, guys. Thanks for hopping in. That's all I got, though. DCA, HODL, of course. I will see you in the next one, my friends. Until tomorrow, DCA, HODL, and do your own research, my friends. Let's make some money. Let's get some new all-time highs. Peace, y'all.